Hello, everyone. Welcome to your weekly collective intuitive Reiki healing. This is for May 27th to to June 2nd. The June 2nd. I don't know why that was so official. Welcome to a windy day where I am. So you're in my tent with me, my other sacred space. Hopefully the microphone helps to just focus on my voice. We will see. It feels very peaceful in here right now, but outside is much more blustering, as you can see from the shadow of all the plant life around me. So anyway, if you're back, welcome back. I'm so glad that you found previous healing supportive, and if you're new, welcome. The way this works is I cleanse our space, yours and mine. And for my weeklies, I pull 3 tarot cards. I work with the Shadowscapes Tarot currently. And this just sets the tone for the healing. And then I give about a 10-minute or so Reiki healing, and intuitive messages come up in the process. If you're new to any sort of energy work, Reiki is a harmonious energy healing modality. It will never deplete. It will never cause harm. It always works in the most harmonious way possible. Meeting you where you are, and more specifically your subconscious is where a lot of this healing is taking place. And if you don't know much about the subconscious, it is 95% of us, and we're completely unaware of it. It's pretty wild. So there's trust and faith to be had that healing is taking place no matter what. But it doesn't mean that you won't experience conscious sensations like temperature changes or tinglies. Maybe you'll feel some tension releases or emotional releases. Maybe you'll have an epiphany. Maybe you'll get some more peace. Maybe your nervous system will feel a little more regulated. You know, whatever you need. Maybe you'll fall asleep. Maybe that's what you need, is for you. Now it's so, and just to kind of tag onto the end of that, it's just about being willing. Just being willing to arrive with it and just to see where it takes you. And it's so powerful that it can be done from a distance, which is why we can be together today. And the pre-recorded videos are such a gift, because if you feel the call to come back, there's most likely a new level to the healing or a message that you didn't receive. So listen to that call, because they're here for you. All right. And you are going to experience them when you're ready to. The wind is like pretty crazy around me. It's really beautiful though. It's a really beautiful day. Okay, guys. I'm just feeling into the energy. How was everyone's Sagittarius full moon last week? You know, this one felt really special is the word. I know it's like every full moon and new moon is like intense or big or whatever, but this one felt special. And by that, I mean that I feel as if a lot of the collective has, they've done so much work to heal so much of the old stuff that wasn't serving them, that they're now starting to, tell me if you're resonating with this. You might possibly be starting to look at life in a completely different way that feels so much more fulfilling, peaceful, purposeful, rather than being in fear and survival. That's what I feel. I feel this very intuitive, creative energy. It's really, really beautiful. So how are you guys feeling? Can you believe it's almost June, or it might be June by the time you're watching this? I mean, it's just a little mind-blowing to me. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out where to cut my cards today. All right. Okay. Let's pull 3 cards for the collective, please, to support their healing. This is from May 27th to June 2nd. 3 cards. 1, thank you. Oh, interesting. All right. 2 more, please. Thank you. Can you give me 1 more? Thank you. Okay. we'll see, but I have a feeling today is going to be maybe like a lot of different micro threads here and there, like many different messages. I'm already picking up on like a lot of like, again, like purposefulness, is that a word? Or like dharma, if you resonate with that word. I am picking up on taking control of our life, but also talking about that word control and what that means. Let me show you the cards first, and then we're going to prep for Reiki, because if you guys know me well, I'll just start saying messages and we need to prep. So you got the Emperor. I love this Emperor card. It's so beautiful. You got the Ten of Wands. And you got the Knight of Cups. Look at that card. Oh, okay. So much is already coming in. Let's just prep. Okay. If you've never experienced Reiki before, you don't have to work. Okay. Just be present with yourself. And I specifically encourage you to be present with your body. This isn't necessarily, although it does happen, this isn't necessarily about going into a meditative state. I encourage you to be just incredibly present and still with your vessel. And that way, we're becoming a bit more grounded, and it's going to help us to prepare for wherever the Reiki is going to take us. Okay? Just checking my audio as I do. So take a breath into your body, have a seat, lie down, whatever's comfortable. Remember, you're not working. Just be. Just be. And we're going to take a moment and thank the Reiki for all the healing that's about to take place for the collective. Thank you. Whew, I'm feeling big heart energy already. I think I've said it in my past couple videos, just a technical note. I'm sorry if it seems like I'm looking all over the place. I'm using a new device and I kind of forget where the camera is sometimes. So I might like directly be looking at you sometimes, and maybe I'm like kind of looking off into the abyss. You know, that's why. Sometimes I also just look off into the abyss. That's a thing. Big heart opening energy, you guys. It feels like my heart is swelling. It feels a little electric. So for a good amount of you, I'm picking up on career, or take it as you will, life purpose, dharma, the work that you do. And not necessarily to say that you're going to change what you do, although some of you I do see like a very big shift. And I know some of you have also been going through that the past couple months. The collective has had a lot of huge transition, huge lifestyle change, career change. But I digress. What I'm picking up on is specifically the ending of some sort of mindset regarding the work that you do. Okay, because there's a lot coming in, I'm going to dig into these cards first, okay? And then this is how we can structure it. Sorry, it's the Virgo sun in me. So, the Emperor. The Emperor knows what's best. And when it's in its light, you're able to discern and make these beautiful, inspired, action-oriented decisions, just knowing this is the right thing to do. When it's in its shadow, it is, I know what's best and it's better than everyone else, and I'm going to do everything I can to grasp onto that and to control. Yeah. And we've been talking a lot about control lately. Those of you who've been following me for a bit and have been following the past couple weeks specifically. What I feel though, you guys, is that there's an end to I must control every aspect of my outcome. And there's this awakening to what could be. Can I get excited about the possible doors that might open to me when I just allow? And I know that's very broad and possibly cryptic to you guys, but I'm just going to leave it at that for a second so you can just feel into that. What does it feel like to just allow? Some of you, I'm feeling like very clearly, like maybe you left a career and you're coming back to that career and it looks completely different now. Maybe you're staying in the same career, but something has shifted internally so that it's a brand new career to you. It's like a new fire has started, and it feels really good, really, really good. And it's moving towards that heart-centered aspect, that love aspect of it. It feels very career oriented or possibly lifestyle oriented. It also feels very internal. Not to say that external things are not happening in your existence. It feels like a big perspective shift. It's cool. It's like things that in the past you may have been very rigid about. You're sitting and kind of going, why did that bother me so much before? And some of you are able to take it a step further and go, I know exactly why it bothered me, and I have healed that part. I know where I possibly learned that, right? Or maybe I had this traumatic event that taught that to me. Or maybe a parent or an authority figure or a teacher or a friend taught me that somehow, or I taught myself that somehow. A lot of these things that we're rigid about are coming from old learned behaviors or ways of being. But some of you, it's almost as if, I don't think it's this abrupt, but it honestly feels like you woke up one morning and you were like, holy crap, this feels good all of a sudden, when before it felt like I was in survival mode. Or, oh my gosh, I've found my love for this again. Like I've sparked it again. Let me know what's going on because this is really fascinating. Let's tap in with your chakras. Yeah, interesting crown pressure. Interesting. I've been picking up with a lot of clients lately, and I think it's seasonal that a lot of us are going through like hay fever and allergies and stuff like that, because almost every time I come down to my third eye, I feel tons of sinus congestion. So that might be you. But I'm not necessarily feeling a third eye stagnancy. Definitely some heart stuff going on. Wow. What's that? What's that? I need to sit with that for a second. It doesn't necessarily feel painful. To be honest, you guys, it feels like some of you are having this huge heart chakra upgrade. Like you're able, you feel all of a sudden like your heart capacity is greater. Like you're able to receive more from others now. And therefore you're able to give more to others now. It feels really good. there is old stuff. Like we've been doing a lot of heart healing the past 5 years. So I'm not feeling like heart wounds necessarily. I'm almost feeling, let me see here. It's like some of you are experiencing for the first time or the first time in a while such a huge heart opening that it's one of those things where it's like tears of joy because you remember how deeply painful it was in the past in that space for you. And I think that's why I'm like, it's like I feel a little pain, but it's not that we're necessarily in it. It's like a how far we've come type of thing. It's very cool. Definitely heart stuff. And I think that that is driving this perspective shift. Uh-huh. Yeah. And then sure enough, sacral, which I was talking about this creative energy sparking within you. It's really beautiful. When the heart and the sacral are really aligned, it is one of the coolest things when it comes to our 3D experience. Because when you align your love heart-based frequency with your creativity and your mindset around what abundance means to you and your connection with your inner child and being really curious in that state, it just being that way allows you to really draw in all the right things on the material plane. So I'm really happy to see that those two chakras are really vibrating strongly right now. And I also feel that for some of you, it's like very new territory and it's like, what the heck do I do with this? This is like, if you're all of a sudden feeling more emotional than usual, like I even got like a specific message of like some women maybe like crying at like silly things in movies and they're questioning on whether or not they're pregnant or something. Maybe you are, but it's kind of one of those things like, why am I so sensitive? Why am I crying tears of joy at this, rom-com, or it's that kind of feeling. And if you are, don't suppress it. It's just more energy moving through. And energy moving through doesn't always have to be negative energy, you guys. I think that's really important to learn, is that we need to move joy through us. We need to move creation and creative energy and spark and passion through us. We need to move our sacred sexuality through us, right? Because remember, all of this is about movement rather than stagnancy. So it's not just about clearing all of the negative, the resistance, because we can resist joy because we might feel like we don't deserve it. I think you guys know what I'm saying. I'm going to get off my soapbox on that one. I want to dig more into this 10 of Wands for a second, because there is an ending. And this ending feels incredibly internal. Like I said, a perspective shift. Like, ever since the new year, it was about excavating the last of that old wound, that final, and everyone was at a different state. I think some of you who weren't there during the new year are getting there now, where you've excavated that last part of a very old, chronic, most likely heart wound, possibly sacral wound as well. And I'm feeling the desire for more self-love. I'm feeling the desire for more opportunities to be curious. I'm also feeling the desire to be a student. And I don't necessarily, for some of you, that could be you're starting a certification program or going back to school or starting school for the first time, things like that. But a desire and an excitement to be a student of life. Like, waking up in the morning and going, first of all, thank you. Thank you for this breath, for this body, for this existence, for me waking up. And now, what can I learn about myself today? And be really excited about that. What new skill could I learn? Or what deeper knowing can I learn about myself? It's very cool. I'm going to tap into this crown chakra as I'm talking about this because it didn't feel stagnant, but I felt a little bit of pressure. Stagnancy is very general. So technically it is a stagnancy, but it doesn't feel like we're necessarily overthinking, that kind of thing. If you guys know me, I do a visual of kind of cracking the crown open like an egg and yawning, or clearing the hornet's nest of too many thoughts. It doesn't feel like that this time. It feels like a pressure, as if someone's pressing down on my crown right now. It may just be as simple as this new perspective shift is a lot and it's a little bit of an overload. It may also be that this new perspective shift has opened you up so much that you've gotten really excited, and so you're bringing in a lot of information and you're being that student. And maybe in the next day to two, or maybe this week, your mind might go like, take a break, like awesome, stay excited, stay in that heart and sacral energy, but just take a break, because sometimes we can get so passionate that we just pull in a lot. And as I'm saying that, I'm feeling my heart up again. I feel like that's a little bit of a confirmation of, for example, if you're getting excited about a new career or starting a new creative project, like do it, but sometimes we don't know how to turn it off because we're so excited. It won't go away, is what I'm hearing. So if there's some sort of fear of that, that might be a little bit of that emperor energy. You have the power and the know-how and the control over what you're doing, but don't be afraid that it's going to disappear if you take a day off. I heard or that you'll relapse, like all of a sudden you'll lose the perspective shift or something like that. That's not going to be the case. That's what I have to say about that. But I do feel very, very career oriented, or just how you want to live your life. It's super cool. As we take our final breath together, I'd like to focus in on the heart chakra. But if you're wanting to focus on sacral, focus on the color orange. For heart, we're going to focus on green. Or you can just also imagine a white light coming down, filled with crystals, just coming down and cleansing you. So I want you to relax into your body. Let's exhale and get all the air out. And then we're going to take a very slow inhale in through the nose. Don't force. Hold it at the top and feel that green or orange or white coming down into your body, and it's filling up every single cell, every square inch of your body and your being. It's starting to seep out of the pores. It's moving and dancing and breaking anything up, helping you to find even more clarity in this perspective shift, and also to find trust in it. That's interesting. Let's exhale, pushing out what doesn't serve us. Trusting. A new way of being. It's hard to trust if it's unfamiliar. I think a lot of you are rationally knowing that, understanding that, but feeling it biologically is a whole other story. Trust in this perspective shift is what I'm hearing. Because it's really beautiful, you guys. It feels as if by acknowledging this, whatever this is for you, you brought down so many barriers that were holding you back. I mean, so many barriers that were holding you back. It's very cool. If this resonates, please let me know what's going on in the comments if you're comfortable, because it's fascinating, and I'm also really excited for you. I'm excited for the collective to be in an energy like this. We've needed this. It's really, really good. People following their heart and their creative energy more than their mind. That's it. That's it. Whew, guys, that's awesome. I got chills. Let's take a moment, lock your energy up nice and tight into your solar plexus chakra. As always, we're never putting on armor or guarding, okay? Right now, we are saying what's mine is mine. What does not serve me, kindly stay out. Remember, you always have free will. You have the power to bring in good. You have the power to bring in the bad. You have that choice. So don't put on armor, just discern. Just take it a step at a time. I'm picking up on, I think I said this last week too, some of you could really benefit from some mindfulness meditation specifically. It makes me want to come out with a new meditation video for you. If you didn't know, I have some guided meditations, self-love, help for sleep, and they're all Reiki infused. Do check those out if that's something that's interesting to you. Yeah, guys, I'm feeling that sacral heart really starting to kind of create a toroidal field right now, which is beautiful, beautiful cleansing energy. Let me know what has your perspective shift been? What are your creative projects right now? What is your view on your life purpose right now? Do you know what that is? A lot of us feel like we have to go deep into the detail of what that is. That's not what this is about. It's an essence, right? So, for example, I feel like my life purpose is holding space for others and providing healing energy. Look at how broad that is, right? And that's why I go into life coaching and I go into Pilates and I go into meditation breathwork facilitation and I do intuitive energy work and I have a background in dance. And, you know, there's all sorts of ways that we can do these things. So when you're thinking about that question, do your best to broaden because you'll know because you're going to feel it in your solar plexus. You're going to go, yep, that's me. Okay. Whew, nice, guys. I feel like I really want to give all of you a hug today. A big air hug. I hope you found this healing supportive. Please like the video. If you haven't joined this beautiful community of amazing souls, please do subscribe and drop a comment down below and send everyone some love or let us know how this resonated. Let's start up a conversation because when we collaborate, oh my gosh, will our healing and growth and ability to be of service to others and to receive service from others just skyrocket. It's just a beautiful thing. Any more information about my one-on-one work is all down below for my one-on-one deep dive immersions. If you're feeling stuck right now, that's going to be the most customized way of working with me, wherever you are in your life and whatever your goals are. Okay, my one-on-one intuitive energy work, you can do pre-recorded or live with me. Check out my breath work. Check out, yeah, all sorts of things from my website. My self-love program called The Shift. I'm going to be talking about that one for a while, you guys, because I keep picking up on this self-love and this desire for self-love. If that's you, if you want a better relationship with yourself, check this program out. It's short, it's digestible, you do it at your own pace, in the safety of your home. The Shift. Okay. Lastly, thank you so much for your donations. When you give and you have the means and you find this supportive, it's really, I just have so much gratitude for you. So thank you so much, kind, beautiful souls. And again, I hope this was supportive, a little longer than usual, but I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you next time, guys. Love you.